patience for staying here so late. My name is Arturo Jimenez. I'm on the Denver Public Schools Board of Education, and I have three daughters, 12, 6 years old, and a 1-year-old, and two of them are old enough to go to school. They attend Denver Public Schools. I'm in my 5th year, in my 2nd term, representing downtown and northwest Denver, but we make decisions regarding children all across the city. So thank you very much for your patience in being here. I'm here, I am supporting Measure 3A, the mill levy. It is true that we very much lack funds for programmatic aspects of the schools, and the state legislature has not addressed the the state financing. We're about between 47th and 49th in state financing nationally for public schools per pupil. And I really hope that that will get addressed soon, but in the meantime we do need these funds to stay level. The mill levy, the 3A, is a $49 million tax increase. It's a $49 million measure for a tax increase to property taxes through the mill levy override. What I'm here today to talk to you about is the 3B, the bond issue. The bond issue is a $466 million bond program that asks that taxpayers pay that principal and interest by another override of your property taxes. The 3B issue, it really pains me not to be able to support a facilities and maintenance bond for the district. In 2008, thank you to all of you, you passed the largest bond issue in the city of Denver, $454 million. And it went to critical maintenance, it went to renovation and a few projects to alleviate overcrowding. And I was very proud that we were able to pass that, and we saw some wonderful results from that bond. So thank you to all of you. What hurts me is that we're coming back to you just 4 years later. There's about $100 million worth of projects that either weren't addressed, weren't finished, or weren't identified the first time around. And so it's very difficult to ask in this economy for our seniors and our low-income taxpayers to really shoulder the burden. And I really pledge my support to Senator Aguilar and the others and the state legislature to try to fix that financing issue. This bond, however, there's about $300 million worth of projects, more than that, that are very, very concerning. For the most part, there are projects going towards new capacity for middle schools and high schools where we simply don't see the need. It's a projected, it's a guesstimate in terms of school district population that we'll see in areas of Denver that have not been developed, such as those north of I-70 in the Northfield area of Stapleton. What you're being asked to do is to allow us to raise $38.5 million to construct a new facility in the Northfield area. If you go out there, if you've ever been to the Northfield Shopping Center, and you look due northeast out at the Rocky Mountain Arsenal, in the distance, that's where this facility will be created. And if you look out there, there's no houses right now. So it's very interesting that we have overcrowding in many of our schools, particularly in the core areas of town, and we're not addressing the overcapacity, such as at Lincoln High School up here on Federal and Evans. That school is far over capacity, serves a large number of students who are the underserved, who live in poverty, who absolutely need many services. Lincoln High School is only going to plan to get $5 million of this, and part of that is to fix the pool, the pipes for the swimming pool. If you remember, President Obama came to Lincoln High School last year, and there were many comments that he made about the deteriorated condition of our schools, including Lincoln High School, and he could not drink the water while he was there because the pipes run yellow water when you try to drink out of the fountains. We're not even fixing those pipes at this point for a school that's overcrowded. The main reason why I'm opposing 3B is that it's very inequitable. We could do better. We could allocate more funds to the schools that are already overcrowded. And this is really something that should be addressed to everyone who's supporting this bond, is that we're not providing an equitable bond. I ask you to help me vote no on 3B, but to also bring a better bond next year. Okay, this is very important because you will hear tactics from folks who will say that we can't do it next year. It's not possible. And I absolutely ask all of you to help me construct a better bond that is lower in overall cost, at least $200 million or more less in overall cost, that will cost less to low-income and seniors, and also a bond that addresses just those critical maintenance and the projects where there are overcrowding at poor schools that already are overflowing with students. We can do this next year. We can put it on an off year. We did that in 2003. We did the bond and mill levy in 2003. We can include a couple projects that are controversial. You know, Byers was supposed to get $5 million to be renovated back in 2003 during the mill levy and bond. It didn't see those funds, and so this bond is supposed to cover that and give $20 million to Byers. And a DSST charter school has already been approved to be there. The community asked for this school, and I think that's a project that we can include on a bond to round it out. But we're also giving another $15 million to another DSST out at Colorado Loretto Heights, another $3 million to another DSST down at Cole, and it just seems like it's unfair that we're giving most of our funds in new construction to schools that use public money but are privately run. That's basically what a charter school is. And I'm just asking for a balance. I'm not asking us to be extreme and say no to every type of school that's out there. But there's also the issues of fiscal responsibility. We need to ensure that this bond and mill levy provides for oversight, good oversight, so that it doesn't happen like 2003 where Byers was shorted that $5 million and this community did not know where it went. Also, we have to ensure that the citizens of Denver understand what they're paying for. If the city of Denver wants to pay for privately run schools that use public money and also to buy them a facility, basically we're asking the taxpayers to do a subsidy of private companies to run our schools for us. If you're okay with that, then then the bond doesn't seem as bad. And if you're okay with having seniors and low-income folks pay